On most Fridays, people packed the little diner on Maple Avenue, friends laughing, couples splitting fries, coworkers clinking glasses after a long week. The air smelled like fresh coffee, fried onions, and the kind of comfort that only existed in small-town America. And in the corner booth by the window sat Claire, always alone. She always chose that seat. It faced the parking lot, where the glow of neon lights bounced off car hoods, and she could watch life go by without having to join it. The waitress, Denise, knew her order by heart: grilled cheese, side of pickles, black coffee. No sugar, no small talk. Claire wasn't rude, just practiced. At 38, she had perfected the art of invisibility. Not bitter, not broken, just quiet. Her life had slowly shrunk over the years, not in tragedy, just in the soft, unnoticed way life sometimes does. Friends moved away, got married, started families. Her co-workers at the insurance office were polite but distant. They invited her out once, maybe twice. Then they stopped asking when she said no. And somehow, between work emails and grocery runs, the silence had settled in like dust, easy to ignore, harder to clean. Still, she kept her Friday ritual. The booth for one. The meal she didn't have to cook. The hum of other people's conversations, filling the spaces she didn't know how to fill anymore. That night, the bell above the diner door jingled, and a group of nurses walked in, still in scrubs, laughter echoing off the walls. They ordered milkshakes, swapped stories about patients, and teased each other like sisters. Claire smiled faintly. She used to laugh like that once, loud, careless, sure that people would always be around to laugh with her. Now, the only person she spoke to most days was her cat, Oliver. And he wasn't much of a listener. Denise stopped by her table with her usual gentle grin. "Same as always, honey." Claire nodded. "Yeah, thanks." Denise started to turn away, then paused. "You doing okay, sweetheart? You've been quiet lately, even for you." Claire blinked, caught off guard. "You noticed?" Denise chuckled. "Of course I did. You've been coming here 2 years now. You're part of the place, our mystery customer." That made Claire laugh, a small, awkward sound, the kind you forget how to make when you've been alone too long. Denise leaned in, her voice warm. "Stick around after closing. I make a mean slice of pie on the house." It wasn't much, but it was something. So Claire stayed. She watched the diner empty out. The nurses left in a swirl of laughter and exhaustion. The college kids paid their bill. The cook wiped down the counter. Outside, the neon, open sign flickered against the glass, buzzing faintly in the quiet. Denise set a steaming slice of apple pie in front of her, the smell filling the air. "You don't have to eat alone every Friday," she said softly. "Sometimes people notice more than you think." Something in those words cracked the stillness inside Claire. Not a break, just a shift. Like sunlight finding its way through blinds that hadn't been opened in a while. A week later, she brought a small notebook with her. On the cover, she had written 2 words: "New starts." Inside, she began listing little things, not resolutions, just attempts. Say good morning to the guy who walks his dog past my apartment. Try a pottery class. Text Hannah from college. Compliment someone, even if it feels weird. Tiny things, manageable things. One by one, she started crossing them off. The first few felt awkward, forced smiles, stilted greetings, nervous overthinking. But then something unexpected happened. One Thursday evening, she walked into that pottery class, the smell of clay, the soft hum of background jazz, the gentle chaos of people trying to shape something from nothing. Her bowl was a disaster, lopsided, cracked, wobbling like it was trying to escape. The woman next to her, covered in specks of gray clay, laughed. "At least yours looks like a bowl," she said. "Mine looks like a tragic accident." Claire laughed too, a real laugh this time, her first in months. The woman's name was Elena, a pediatric nurse with kind eyes and a laugh that filled the room. By the end of the class, they were already talking about what kind of glaze might hide their artistic crimes. And just like that, a small door opened. Months passed. The booth at the diner wasn't always empty anymore. Sometimes Elena joined her after work. Sometimes Denise sat for a quick chat during her break. They shared stories, bad dates, long shifts, half-burned dinners that turned into delivery nights. Claire's laugh came easier now. The air around her didn't feel so heavy anymore. One particular Friday, she walked in carrying a pie dish wrapped in foil. Denise blinked. "For me." Claire smiled. "For us." Denise grinned wide. "Now, that's what I call progress." They all sat together that night. 3 women from different corners of the world, sharing pie, laughter, and the quiet kind of companionship that doesn't need words. The diner lights seemed warmer somehow, the laughter louder, the coffee sweeter. And for the first time in years, Claire realized something simple but profound. Loneliness doesn't disappear in a single moment. It fades gently, quietly, when you start letting the world in again. She didn't need a crowd or a perfect circle of friends. She just needed connection. One kind face, one honest laugh, one open booth at a time. That night, when she got home, she opened her New Starts notebook again. At the bottom of the list, she added one last line: "Keep showing up, even when it's hard." She smiled, closed the notebook, and looked out the window. The street was empty, but the world no longer felt that way. Narrator. Loneliness doesn't always end with a grand gesture. Sometimes it ends with a grilled cheese, a slice of pie, and a stranger who decides to sit beside you. And just like that, the table isn't empty anymore.